These movements progress from foundational strength lifts to dynamic, sport transferable combinations. By bleeding multi-joint strength exercises like the front squat and military press, we create compound power patterns that train force production, velocity, and coordination across the kinetic chain. The front squat originated from the clean receive position, emphasizing vertical posture and anterior loading. Biomechanically, it's a knee-dominant compound movement driven primarily by the quadriceps femoris, with assistance from the glute maximus, hamstrings, and erector spinae for trunk stability. The barbell rests on the anterior deltoids and clavicles, placing the center of mass slightly forward, which demands greater dorsiflexion, thoracic extension, and core bracing to keep the bar stacked over the midfoot. A shoulder width stance allows balanced hip-knee contribution, while dorsiflexion at the ankle permits deeper knee flexion, increasing torque on the quadriceps. In the observed set, the torso leaned forward and elbows dropped, common among individuals with limited ankle dorsiflexion, lat tightness, or weak thoracic extensors. These limitations shift the load posteriorly, increase shear on the lumbar spine, and reduce efficiency of vertical force transmission. To fix this, you could say elbows high, chest tall, keep your rib cage stacked over your hips. Corrective work includes front rack mobility, global squat with heel elevation, and thoracic extension drills to improve upper back posture and load positioning. The military press, or strict overhead press, isolates upper body strength and enhances shoulder stability. The anterior and medial deltoids and triceps brachii act as prime movers, while the upper trapezius assists with scapular upward rotation. The glutes, rectus abdominis, and obliques stabilize the pelvis to maintain a neutral spine. The bar should travel in the scapular plane, allowing natural scapulohumeral rhythm and full shoulder flexion without lumbar compensation. In the video, cervical extension and anterior pelvic tilt appeared, common in individuals with tight shoulder flexors or insufficient core engagement, leading to hyperextension in the lumbar region. To fix this, you could say, brace the core, squeeze the glutes, and drive your head through the window. This cue restores alignment and ensures efficient vertical force transfer through the kinetic chain. The front squat to press, known in many communities as the thruster, merges lower body strength with upper body low power and force transfer through the kinetic chain. Biomechanically, it integrates the triple extension of the hips, knees, and ankles with shoulder and elbow extension, creating a full body movement emphasizing fluid energy transfer. The upward momentum from hip and knee extension reduces load on the shoulder during the press, making the movement highly efficient. The primary muscles involved include the quadriceps, glutes max, deltoids, and triceps, while the core stabilizes to maintain vertical force alignment. A common error seen was pressing too early before completing the squat drive, a timing issue often seen in lifters with limited shoulder mobility or poor motor sequencing between the lower body and upper kinetic chains. To fix this, you could say, drive through your heels, extend fully, then press tall at the top. This cue reinforces proper timing and coordination. Corrective exercise strategies include tempo thrusters, eccentric front squat to reinforce posture, and mobility work for shoulder flexion and thoracic extension. Programming-wise, thrusters target metabolic conditioning and muscular endurance, typically 6 to 10 reps at moderate loads, enhancing the athlete's ability to sustain force output. Front squat to push press builds on the same foundation but emphasizes velocity and power output, making it a key performance lift for athletes. The dip and drive phase uses the stretch and shortened cycle to preload the quadriceps and glutes, generating upward momentum that transfers through the trunk and arms. This exercise demonstrates the relationship between force and velocity with power, peaking when the lifter achieves maximal bar velocity through synchronized triple extension. In the set shown, limited hip extension and early shoulder involvement disrupted sequencing, causing anterior pelvic tilt and delayed pressed out. This is a common pattern among athletes with hip flexor tightness or restricted shoulder flexion that limits full vertical drive. To fix this, you could say, dip straight, drive vertical, and punch through the ceiling. Accessory movements like push press, clusters, loaded jump squats, and hip mobility work help reinforce proper mechanics. Compared to the thruster, the push press prioritize power production, rate of force development, and neuromuscular synchronization, making it ideal for sport performance training where explosive extension is essential.